On September 17th, 2007, I was at a friend's house at a party, and I went down to their pool area and was going to go in for a swim, but I hadn't been to their place before, so their pool was an in-ground pool, but it was all 4 feet, so there was no deep end. So I went down to where I thought the deep end was, and I dove in and I hit the top of my head. And as soon as I did that, I realized that something was wrong. And somehow, not knowing, still to this day, I managed to get to the side and grab onto the ladder. And that was how it happened. Well, my life was certainly changed forever. I had to rearrange my house. We had to install ramps so I could get my wheelchair in. I had to learn to do everything over again. I only have feeling from my chest up, so I had to learn how to use my hands and shoulders. My shoulders really became my feet because they're what get me going every day. I can eat with an assisted device. I wrap it around my hand and I put the utensil in, and I'm able to eat, and I'm able to do other things. I have a power chair. I'm able to operate that. There's quite a few things I can do over the past 3 years through exercise and therapy. I've gained a lot of strength, so it's helped me in that way. I was able to have a accessible house built with the generosity of the Miramichi community and all their support. They had fundraisers which helped tremendously, and as you'll see later on, I have a house which is totally accessible. I can get in and out of every door. It's all one level, which makes life a lot easier. I have a van which has a lift that enables me to drive onto it. The lift raises and I go into it and I drive into where the passenger seat usually is, and I'm able to travel anywhere I want. And it's a 3/4 ton van, so I'm able to go in the woods, places that I used to always go. So my life is somewhat getting back to a new normal. So hopefully over the next couple of years, I'll be able to gain more and more each year. Just because you're in a chair, your life's not over. Actually, in some ways, I find my life's better, believe it or not. It's just getting used to it, and I find once people go out and realize that they can do things and they can still enjoy life, that they will go out more and more. It's just the initial shock of trying to do it the first time, I believe, that people are leery of. I help coach my oldest son's basketball team, still play around with the kids, and it's been an adjustment, but I feel the kids have adjusted, so I'm happy with that. I wouldn't say it's a hassle. The biggest hassle is the accessibility of getting into places. Everyone in the community should be lobbying, should be talking to their councillors, their MPs, their MLAs, and trying to get everywhere accessible. Because in 2011, there still shouldn't be places that wheelchairs can't go. With technology now, you can send people to the moon, you can do all these wonderful things, but yet I can't get into a school or I can't get into a gym because there's no way I can open a door. To me, it doesn't make sense. It's something easy, it's an easy fix. I just think sometimes people are lazy and complacent and don't want to put the effort into doing things. So that's why I feel it's still our job to lobby, but I think it's everyone's job. I don't have much, but what I have is my independence. It's all I have, and I'd like to be able to use it to my full ability. And to me, there's no price that I can put on that. And if people can't realize that, well, it's our job to try and prove to them that there's no money or there's no price you can put on helping people be independent. I got to depend on my surroundings. I got to depend on everything being accessible, because if it's not, then I can't fully enjoy life. So money, I mean, making things accessible most times is not a lot of money when you think about it. A lot of times my surroundings, be it in a gym, out at a restaurant, that's what makes me disabled. Not being able to get into a place, not being able to open a door, not being able to get in through certain places because the door is not wide enough. That makes me more disabled. If I'm going to, say, Miramichi Valley and try to get into the high school gym, and if I don't have someone with me, it makes me more disabled because I'm sitting there, I can't get in. If there was a button I could push, I would be able to open the door and I would be able to get in. Thus, to me, that would be one less way that I'm handicapped. We have to try and push to try to make things accessible, not just for me, but an example, an accessible door. It could be an older person, it could be a pregnant lady, it could be someone carrying a stroller, it could be a person with their hands full who can't open a door. You hit a button, the door opens. For the cost of that, it makes things a lot easier. The main focus that my goal is over the next few years is to try and get this city more accessible. So if I want to go anywhere in the city, I'm able to. So that's my biggest goal I have. And I would hope people in the community would rally and support that and would push for those things as well, because it takes more than one or two or three people. It takes a group of people to push. So that's what I'm hoping for, and hopefully in the next couple of years I can say that the city's accessible and I can get into most places. Thank you.